Very excited that our guest is going to come on next to talk about how to empower Cardano startups. He's going to be giving us insights on building the #1 regulated crypto exchange. And I'm sure you have been waiting for this for some time. I'd like to welcome Monty Metzger, the CEO and founder of LCX, to the stage. Thank you very much. Join me in a round of applause.
What if I told you we're at the brink of a very unique moment in time? The end of financial markets as we know it. What if I told you that all the old structures we've been building for decades are being reshaped right in front of our eyes? Blockchain, tokenization, digital assets, and DeFi are all gaining massive momentum. We're witnessing the start of a new crypto supercycle. A crypto supercycle which is redefining value, trust, and also capital flows all around the world. So that's why today I'm talking about the crypto supercycle and how to empower Cardano startups. My talk is structured in 3 ways. First, I want to talk about the most important company in the world, freedom of wealth, and the crypto supercycle. Let's dive right in, but first I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Monty Metzger. I'm founder and CEO of LCX. LCX stands for the Liechten Crypto Assets Exchange. I'm an entrepreneur by heart. I started my first company in 1998 while I still had been at school programming websites, and since then I had been hooked to digital and been in that space since then. I founded LCX in Liechtenstein, but also Diamonds, platform for tokenization of diamonds, and MasterDex, our DeFi spin-out. I'm known as a futurist. Also, I'd been doing a lot of venture scouting for VCs and then incorporated my own venture capital fund called Digital Leaders Ventures, where we invested in startups all over the world, Europe, Nordics, in MENA region, as well as in US. And last but not least, we're giving back, so with our foundation now in Switzerland, we're supporting a lot of arts and sports for good projects at the moment. I also wrote 2 books. One is called Blockchain Banking, The Future of Money and Finance, and one is being published very soon called Tokenization, The $1 Trillion Asset Revolution. So we've certainly done some research on the topics. So why did I put this here on the slide, the most important company in the world? We had a guest early 2019 in Liechtenstein, which will be here on stage as well very soon, Don Tapscott. He's an advisor, a longtime friend of mine. I know him since his book, Wikinomics, early 2000, I think even pre-iPhone ages. And while he had been there at our stage in Liechtenstein, he was saying LCX is one of the most important companies in the space and in the world. So let me show you why. LCX, at a glance, it's the next generation crypto exchange. We are one company and one home. So we are operating out of Liechtenstein, and one company is quite unique if you look at other crypto exchanges and how they are set up. Because we doubled down in the European ecosystem. It was founded in April 2018, and we have a shared capital of 1 million Swiss francs. Last public valuation was around $500 million. We're headquartered in Vaduz, and are roughly 100 full-time employees at the moment. We are called the hidden champion because we always had been focusing on crypto compliance since start. From day one, there's kind of no lack of track record of compliance in our KYC since start, and this always had been holding us back a lot because there had been other crypto exchanges who didn't care about regulation, didn't care about crypto compliance, but we did. But this will be changing now as we are entering a legal framework in Europe. And I will tell you now later why we have an unfair advantage. We are also segregating the funds 100%. We have offered the first legal token sales solution where LCX becomes the token issuer for projects, which makes a huge difference because we can register the token sale for the projects, and we've done so also for NMaker and many other Cardano projects in that regard, and then also launched it on our launchpad. And we've done tokenization, or we're enabling tokenization with a legal role called the physical validator. This is a worldwide, very unique structure where we are like a notary guaranteeing and being legally liable that the underlying asset which you put in a token actually is there, that it's not stolen, borrowed, or under debt, that it's stored in a secure way. And this is embedded in the law, and so if you're buying any of the tokenized assets we're publishing or tokenizing on the blockchain, you have a legal right to enforce it in the court in Liechtenstein. So we call ourselves a new category leader in bridging traditional finance and blockchain innovation. At the moment, we are one of the fastest growing crypto exchanges in Europe because people are seeking for a regulated, secure, and trusted entity. Enough about me and LCX. We want to empower Cardano startups. That's why we're here. We have a whole week of celebration of the Cardano ecosystem. And the reason why we can do that is we invested early in Cardano, in the infrastructure. We're running several nodes. We built the whole infrastructure for Cardano native tokens. So we can list any Cardano native asset quickly. And as you know, as any developer, with every transaction, when you do a withdrawal from a centralized entity, you always need to send in a little bit of ADA as gas fee as well. It's complicated, not as easy as implementing ERC20. But we've done the hassle and overcome this to make it happen, and now we're doing a listing festival this week with a lot of new tokens coming to LTX Exchange. We also do Cardano native tokens, registered ICO, so initial token offerings where we can prove and also get a legal statement from the regulator saying this is not a security, it's a utility token or governance token, and we can register the token on behalf of the project. So it's a legal kind of protection for the startup founders who fully want to focus on the product, on the tech, and don't want to care about the legal costs and also the legal setup. That's what we are handling. And with NMaker, I think it was one of the most successful Cardano projects on our platform. They raised $1 million within the first couple of minutes, and then several millions in the first week when they then closed it. We're also doing this Cardano Native Listing Festival with 5 tokens this week. So Snag, the strong meme coin community, but also Meld and some other tokens being listed right now. And we're talking to a lot of other community members right now who we should list as well. Last but not least, we are also offering $250,000 in prize money to the Battle of the Builders. I've been part of the jury this morning, and we will be announcing the winners tomorrow at the gala in a festive environment. So we're doing investment into the startups. We are providing a listing at LCX as a regulated exchange, and we're providing market-making packages around it. And last but not least, for the Cardano community, we're providing now VIP support. So if you're anyone depositing ADA, NMaker, or any Cardano native token, just reach out to our team at hello@lcx.com, or there's a little chat box, and you will get premium support. I talked about tokenization, but what we really do is a project called Diamonds. And this is tokenizing a real-world asset, in this case, diamonds. And we started with this as a showcase, kind of a proof of concept in the first place, but now it became the largest tokenized diamonds marketplace in the world. There's more than 14,000 diamonds as we speak on the platform, growing every day. And we are not only tokenizing it and selling it on the marketplace, but we are also responsible with LCX of the custody. So we're storing it in Liechtenstein. We are insuring it for free. And we're making sure that the assets are safeguarded the right way, physically and also digitally in a way. So one NFT is one diamond. And we're now expanding with different other assets. So there's more to be announced what we'll do. But with the diamond marketplace, we're really revolutionizing how diamonds are traded, especially if you are a broker, if you are a collector or investing in diamonds, investable grade diamonds. This is probably 2% of the global diamond market as of now, but it's a growing element because the real rare diamonds, the top quality, top clarity, cut, and color are the ones you want to be investing in. And if you buy them, you would need to pay shipping, then you would need to store them in your own vault, you need to worry about insurance, and so on. And this we all solve. So you can basically buy the NFT as an ownership certificate and then own it, gift it to somebody, trade it, sell it, or just keep it, right? So this is all about what we do. Now I want to talk about freedom of wealth. And we had another guest, one of our advisors, called Jimmy Wales, the founder of Wikipedia, here at the reception at the World Economic Forum last year, actually, in January, where he said LSEG's mission embodies a shift from the freedom of knowledge to the freedom of wealth. Just as Wikipedia democratized knowledge, LSEG is creating a space where transparency, innovation empower individuals in the crypto world. And how do we do that? We're home in Liechtenstein, and Liechtenstein stands for a lot of financial wealth and freedom. First of all, it stands for heritage. 300 years or more older, it says the von Liechtenstein family, who is really one of the richest family offices in the world. We are, it's the highest GDP in the world by far. Sometimes it's mixed up with Switzerland in the statistics because Liechtenstein is quite small, only 38,000 population. But it is also one of the most secure places, so that's why also Alex Carbet, the rumors that he became a resident there as well. But you know, even the prime minister doesn't need a parade of police cars. He just comes with his bicycle. And integrity, trusted legal system with crypto laws embedded, and that's the unfair advantage I've been mentioning before. LSEG is regulated since the start with compliance, and now since January 2020 also with 8 registered roles according to the Blockchain Act, what's called a TVGG, Trusted Technology Service Provider, where we had been getting more registrations than anybody else in the country, and not only regulating one piece of the puzzle like the exchange, but also the physical validator, price service provider, identity service provider, and so on. Liechtenstein is also made our users very proud because having a bank account over there is something you can be very privileged, and now we're enabling that for our users as well. Liechtenstein is also part of the European Economic Area, and it's a crypto powerhouse. Europe is the second largest crypto market worldwide, accounting for more than 20% of global trading volume, and it's home to 450 million people in 30 countries. And because of the European Parliament, we are introducing now the Markets in Crypto Assets Regulation, the first legal framework pan-country, pan-European wide, which enables us to have one home and one license to operate all over Europe. Very unique, and that's why we're doubling down on that jurisdiction. So now I want to come to my third part, the crypto supercycle. And in a few minutes, there will be one of our longtime friends and early advisors at LCX on stage, Yatsui. And when he was at our office here 2018, we were starting with a vision, right? A vision to outperform all the crypto market, what we've seen, because the broader vision of LCX is not only about crypto as you know it, but really about the next crypto supercycle. Let me explain you why. So what we've seen and what had been talked about recently is this meme coin supercycle. You have roughly 100 billion in assets at the moment now, and probably in the future 10x of it. So sounds exciting, right? But with blockchain with the blockchain supercycle, talking about layer 1s, layer 2s, we're already like having seen a much larger impact, including Cardano making a big impact on that as well. And of course, the Bitcoin supercycle, now roughly valued at $1.3 trillion, right? So I assume we might 10x that, right? It could be even $500,000 per Bitcoin or $10 trillion in value. But this is nothing compared to the crypto supercycle I'm talking about. I'm talking about something which is 10 times, 20 times, 100 times bigger, and I want to tell you why. There are a few drivers for this crypto supercycle. And the vision we had back then in the office 2018 is we thought we need to enable it that it's like bigger players can enter. So we need a playing field with a legal clarity, and for this we chose Europe. And now with Mika, we really have that. Second, we want institutional adoption. So there's, first of all, a consolidation which will happen in Europe in terms of crypto exchanges. Now we are battling against hundreds, so I said we are the hidden champion, but this will change a lot because only the ones with a license as of early next year will be able to operate. All the others need to leave the market. This includes also certain stable coins or tokens, so everything will be like reshuffled. There are new players entering, but also institutional players, I mean banks, central banks. There are tokenized bonds. There's like a lot of transactions being handled on chain. And so probably in 10 years or 15 years, such a conference won't be called the blockchain conference anymore because blockchain is embedded in everything we do, in the financial systems, like the internet. Like nobody's talking about HTTP anymore, right? Like or Wi-Fi, you're just connected. And last but not least, tokenization. We're tokenizing diamonds, we might be doing other assets very soon, but the whole financial markets are being tokenized as well. And this has a tremendous impact. And what impact it could have is, first of all, there will be a next generation of crypto exchanges. I told you I'd been a futurist, so I had been looking at all different kind of life cycles of technologies, from like the early social media times, where Friendster and MySpace had been pioneers. And when MySpace was there with 500 million users, nobody could imagine that there's something coming which is bigger. And then Facebook came along, had so much power. 2007, they had been launching with all these universities and then opened up. And now, I mean, you all know what happened. But these are like first and second generation of technology companies, and so it will be here. They had been the pioneers of crypto exchanges, enabling the markets. They didn't care about rules or regulation. They just want to make it happen technology-wise, and now there's a next wave of platforms coming. And in terms of tokenization and overall the crypto supercycle, how much money are we talking about? I mean, if you look at cryptocurrencies, $2 trillion, gold, 12 trillion, whole money market supply, 60 trillion, stock market, 95, $100 trillion, let's say. But there's also debt, right? Derivatives, future markets. This is massive, $300 trillion. All of that will be put on the blockchain. Middlemen will be taken out of the system because they're not necessary anymore. If we talk to traditional exchanges, they talk about settlements. Who's your settlement? Who's your custody provider? We have all embedded that in the blockchain, self-custody, decentralized finance, or on centralized platforms. So to sum up, we're talking about innovation. So through partnerships with Cardano, LTX is enabling tokenization of real-world assets, and we're leading a new wave of blockchain innovation. We're creating a resilience by prioritizing compliance. LCX ensures long-term sustainability and security in evolving regulatory landscape, and growth. LCX regulatory framework attracting institutional investors and high-value projects like many here in the audience. So I spoke about the most important company in the world, freedom of wealth, and the crypto supercycle, and I want to end with an invitation to Liechtenstein. Feel free to reach out to me. You should visit this little beautiful country which is making so much noise about the crypto industry. Thank you very much.